today for Indie Intel, which is the segment where we shout out an indie game, show it some love, and try to get everyone to go and check it out and support the creator. This week we're going to be talking about Bloodborne PSX by LWMedia, and this is what it sounds like. It is Bloodborne, the PS4 classic, completely remade in the style of a PlayStation 1 game. You can actually go and download it right now for free.
Link will be in the description.
So let's talk about it. So the description of the game on itch.io says, travel to the Gothic Victorian city of Yarnum, whose blood-soaked rows are filled with unspeakable terrors hidden behind every corner. Wield over 10 unique hunter weapons using the strategic action combat system to vanquish your foes. Dodge incoming attacks with your hunter's quick step ability, parry enemies with your Quicksilver firearm, and transform your trick weapon to tailor your loadout for any encounter in this new next-generation 3D experience that blends RPG and action in a way in a way you've been seen before. Only one question remains, though, Josh.
What's that?
Can you survive the night?
I can.
And they also want to point out that Sony, SCEA, and From Software are not affiliated with this fan project. All content is the property of their respective owners.
Right.
So I played it.
You played it. I want to hear about it.
It's really cool. So it looks like a PS1 game. It runs like a PS1 game. Let me give you a little bit more information because it'll kind of add to that. So the creators shared updates of the 13-month development cycle on their Twitter, which I was following, by the way, for most of that. They showed how certain bosses, environments, and animations came together. Her updates included tantalizing sneak peeks of the Cleric Beast boss fight theme, remade with a Roland SC88 Pro for maximum authenticity, and a look at the weapons on display in the Demake. So literally using the hardware that would have been used for creating songs and music for the PS1, recreating the music now. And then finally, the classic flame sprayer weapon, which is like a fire flame thrower, even tanks the game's frame rate, just like you would expect it to do on an original PlayStation. But it's an entirely artificial add-on and can be switched off for people who prefer the modern comforts. So literally, they have in the settings so that the game lags if you're like using a weapon that's a little more powerful for the console.
That's so cool.
Super, super cool.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts from looking at the videos and the images, and then I'll talk about my experience.
I think it's cool. I'm just looking at some of these screenshots here too. It's interesting from I think an artistic perspective to look at how you would demake something, I guess. The correct terminology. And us being big fans of Bloodborne, it'd be cool to experience it again in a different lens. So I'm curious, how does it feel? How does it play?
So the controls are very annoying, as a PS1 game would be.
Yeah.
I played on an Xbox controller because that's what I had right here. It's available to play on keyboard and mouse too. But yeah, like the way you move is the D-pad. You can't use the analog stick. Camera, which is always an issue with like PS1 era games, you have to use the triggers to like move the camera left and right. The menus were, think about it, like you have this really advanced game and you have to like scale it back, right? So even the menus are like old school PS1 style, where you like go up and down, left and right, like a little, X-axis, Y-axis type thing. There was some not annoying, but like there was some like platforming that was like forgiving, but for you, I could see it being very unforgiving. Combat felt good. It felt like Bloodborne, which is kind of crazy. Like the dash mechanic is there, and slashing the wolf in the beginning of the game felt good. Areas looked same but different. I think that they made a couple of changes to the environments, but like when I was in the Hunter's Dream, it looked like the Hunter's Dream, and it was kind of like bizarre to see it in that kind of a style, But yeah, I mean, even like the little messengers, like all the tips that they would give you, they were there. So yeah, it was really cool. It was a cool little experience. I didn't play much of it, but what I did play, it was really cool and unique. So I recommend checking it out. It's free. So
Yeah, it'd be cool if you could get this working on a disc and I could pop it into my
Yeah.
actual PS1.
that would be sick.
Yeah.
I don't think it's possible because it is, again, it's, using modern hardware and software, but
I need a little adapter to use my PS1 controller with my PC.
Yeah.
And then I'll play it that way.
You could probably get away with a PS3 controller since it's very similar in shape and all that. But yeah, so I recommend checking it out. It's cool.
Very cool. I also see you said check out their other game here.
Yeah. I mean, I figured they put 13 months of development into a remake of another game. Clearly not like their own vision. I mean, in a way it is, but it's not like their own unique thing. So I kind of wanted to shout out their own unique experience game that they've created as well.
Yeah, cool. Well, links to the Bloodborne PS1 remake and stuff will be in the description. Go to itch.io. Check out all their games and support them. So, very cool. Well, Bloodborne PSX. Check it out.
Check it out, y'all.
Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe to Haptic Intel. Did you do it? Subscribe right now.